Hey everybody, Nate Carter here with today's Cornerstone Connection Daily Devotional. Well, we're in the season of Advent right now, and if you remember, Advent means waiting. It's a time when we remember the waiting of the people of God for 400 years for Jesus to come, for the Messiah to come. In 400 years, there was no recorded word from the Lord. Undoubtedly, the Lord was still speaking, but the prophets were silent, and there's no scripture written during that time period. And you can imagine it growing to be a ever darkening time as the people wondered if perhaps they'd heard wrong. Perhaps the Messiah was never going to come, and yet the people waited and waited 400 years. We're in a time of waiting now. We're in a second Advent as we wait for Jesus to return again. But until he does, we wait, and we know that the world is not right, and we know that one day Jesus will come to make all things new. But until then, we wait. Now, I don't know about you, but I am terrible at waiting. I'm an impatient person. I always am pushing just to the limit so that I can try to get places faster or be more efficient with my time. I'm the kind of person that doesn't do my computer updates unless I can go and do something else where I don't need my computer. And I try to have something else going on while I'm cooking and something in the microwave. I just want 2 things or 3 to be happening at once because I'm impatient. And I try to mask that, I guess, with efficiency. But listen to what the Bible has to say about waiting, about patience. Listen to Psalm 37. I'm going to read just a few verses, starting with verse 3. And today I'm reading from the ESV version because I love a couple of particular words that it uses. Psalm 37:3 says, "Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and befriend faithfulness. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in him, and he will act." And then in verse 7 it says, "Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not yourself over the one who prospers in his way, over the man who carries out evil devices." So a few things that I love about, in particular, the way that the ESV translate these verses. First of all, it says to trust in the Lord. During our time of waiting, we're to trust in him. But during that time, right after that, it says, and do good. This is not a time to just sit idly by, but it's a time to invest ourselves in doing good acts of righteousness, things that build the kingdom and honor God. Dwell in the land, and then I love this, and befriend faithfulness. Continue to be faithful to the Lord and trust him even as you wait. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. It's a wonderful promise for what's coming at the end of waiting. Commit your way to the Lord, trust in him, and he will act. Again, we're trusting that God will act. And finally, be still before the Lord and wait patiently before him. There are times when we need to just slow down and be still before God. In fact, that's one of my stretch goals right now is to ask myself, when am I pausing to listen? When am I being still? When am I fasting and being still to just hear the voice of God? I think during this pandemic in particular, we can understand a little bit better what waiting is like as we all wait for the pandemic to end, as we wait for the vaccine to be distributed and to be effective. And so many things are on hold as we wait. Let this be a lesson to us in what it looks like to do godly waiting as we trust in the Lord, as we continue to do good, as we befriend faithfulness, as we trust that the Lord will act, as we are still before him and listening for his voice. A couple of lessons for you as you spend some time in our Advent season waiting on the Lord. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you the next time on the Cornerstone Connection.